Good morning, folks, folks, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of My Happiness and these Penny Quickies. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I certainly probably was the first host in the history of the internet who admitted fully and wholeheartedly, as I still do, that I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I try. And again, I only record when I want to, and I also record when I can. It's a mix of both. Obviously, these California games were not helpful to me. They were probably not very helpful for any of us, really, because at the end of the day, it's very difficult to stay awake when you have work to do and you have to wake up at 6 a.m. like I do. Going to sleep at 1 a.m. is just out of the question. So I did not watch the game against Los Angeles for the second half of the game against Los Angeles Lakers. And I did not watch the game against the Clippers. It doesn't make me proud, but at the same time, it's a long one, and the next time that we have a 10 p.m. is going to be in January. Okay, very good. Now, why? I don't want to record this again, so let's just leave it like that. Raf is going again this year with a typhoon that hit his area, unfortunately, so it's going to be a few days until he's able to be back to watching games fully and be able to edit or participate. So whatever comes out now is going to be whatever comes out now. But it's okay. It's not a problem. Hopefully very soon I'm going to start editing my own videos, which probably means even fewer videos. That's not a problem at all, because again, I only record because I want to. Of course, I watched the full highlights of the Clippers. I didn't want to watch the full highlights of the Lakers because when I went to sleep, it was always the same thing. We always got close, and they always got the distance. We always got close, he always got the distance. The Lakers, right now, of course, are a force to be reckoned with due to the fact that they have a healthy and productive, highly skilled Luka Doncic. Another one of those guys that is definitely one of the best players in the NBA. And then you also have Austin Reeves with an All-Star season start. And then the Clippers, of course, we had lost, as everybody said, like 100,000 times. We have lost against Kawhi Leonard 17 consecutive times until the day before yesterday. And today we have another game against the Nuggets, which to me is a scheduled loss. And I thought, okay, we lost against the Lakers. That was our second consecutive loss. We're going to lose against the Clippers. We'll lose against the Nuggets. So I'm happy that we got the win against the Clippers. As observed by different sources around the internet, that Miami had a very poorly built defensive first half and a very good defensive second half, like a difference I think it was like 134 rating to like 98, something like that, right? So that was just. It was great. It was a really a big effort. You could see, of course, with the highlights, you basically only see the scores, but you can see how the minutes go by without them scoring, and you're happy because again, you know that they have, at least three players that are able to get scores quite easily, and also get scores from beyond the arc quite easily. So again, I think that that's not the point here. The point is not we beat the Clippers. That's great. That's even in a way historical, but we are in the beginning of the season. Nothing happened yet. What is it that we can observe? First of all, Jaime Hack is always contributing to the game. We are very happy because of the fact that Jaime Hack is nowadays shows the leap that we wanted him to show last season. And we're worked with Bam at some points. But then this season we could see, okay, where is not really working out. Where's could be one of those guys that could be ready for trading. I've heard other people say, or I've read rather other people say as well. But then he puts up a good game coming off the bench, and I think that role suits him better. And I agree with Spo that they're gonna have versatility, right? We're gonna go big when necessary. You're gonna go small when necessary, and I agree. When you have Kawhi, Harden, you basically have short people at the four, right? Derrick Jones Jr. Come on. So definitely you're gonna want to go small, and you're gonna be versatile just as much. But you have to be as well defensively. And I think Spo was able to do a great adjustment at the end, um, to actually, help us defend better, because that's what won us the game. The 1 point, that's what won us the game. And Norman Powell, as much as he was good, he almost coughed that win with a jump ball, right? 20 seconds to go. So the only thing that I could say is this: Jaime Jaquez, the team is impressing. Jaime Jaquez is on a very good path. As much as people complain, Wiggins is doing what Wiggins is supposed to do. We didn't have right until the Clippers, Norman Powell and Tyler Hero, which means our two best offense, and we still won 1 out of 3 games without them, without Norman Powell, because we don't know when Tyler Hero is coming back. We assume it's November, but we don't know. Kaz is already listed as questionable, so we can probably get to see him at some point soon. We'll see. But I think that that's not even the most important thing. The most important thing is taking a look at Jovic as well. And this is what happens, okay? This is, in my opinion, what's happening. A lot of people, when they look at one game and they see certain things that they don't like, first of all, they fail to see that the Miami Heat has only scored under 110 points in 7 games once. Right? Once. I think twice over 140, if I'm not mistaken. And it's another 120 game, right? So we are putting up the points, which was a main concern, a huge concern in the last couple of seasons, not just last season, right? But you can also tell how much a huge distraction really affects the team. And this is basically what we don't see today. So the team is doing great, and people have high expectations of Jovic. We all had high expectations of Jovic. But people are already talking about trades. People are already talking about, how this team is not good enough. Like, I don't know what people expected coming into this season, but if last season was an enigma before the start of the season, which we had no idea what was going to happen, this season was a bigger enigma because we have a lot of players that just hadn't played together, and the core chipped away again without Duncan Robinson. We didn't know that Fontecchio was going to play this well, at least as he's doing in the beginning of the season. The sample size is just too small. We have to start talking about trades. We have to start talking about what Spo is doing too right or too wrong when we're getting close to that sample size of 20 games. But thus far, we're doing pretty well. It is a 4-3 record. Of course, we want it to be right now at least in a 5-3, or 5-2, 6-1. Obviously, that would have been great. That would have been huge. But at the same time, it's just not going to be necessarily who we are. And it's not going to be who we are when we're missing the two most important defensive players. Now, when Norman Powell got back, that's it. Right? I mean, we were enough to score against the Clippers. It was our defense that needed some tuning. So I'm not passing any judgment on it that I am positively surprised about this start, right? We still have 1 on the road out of 4. Unfortunately, out of those 4 games, we only won 1, and we have 1 to play. So we played 3 games, and we are 1-2 thus far. And I don't think that we are going to beat the Nuggets, but who knows? Right? Who knows? Just kind of leave it out there. I don't think we're going to beat the Nuggets. I think it's a scheduled loss. I was going to say the same thing about the Clippers, and I didn't. So who knows? But whatever it is, we're going to be here. We're going to be rooting, and then we're going to be examining the team a little bit better. The only player that has a little bit more scrutiny to me is Jovic. Ware was going to be on that block, but coming off the bench doing a good job is a good thing for him. However, if we don't have a tall 4 and we have to rely on him, Ware needs to do a lot better. Again, 75 games to go, guys. 75 games to go. Stay safe, stay dry, stay as happy as possible. It's a very complicated world of ours, and let's go Heat.